This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, fine. So what we have done? So from our local file to stage, then stage to the table. So this is the thing. So what we have done, right? When you are doing that, so we have implemented some sequence of steps in completely in UI. We have used UI user interface to load the data into the table, right? We have created the table by using UI, and then we have loaded the data by using UI, right? So let me log into our account. Okay. So now, so when you observe this here, so what we have done, so we created this table, employee details table, and then we have loaded these many records, 12 records into this table, right? How we have done this? When you go to the database, inside the database, we have a create option for the table. We have used this create option to create a table. Then once the table is created, we clicked on the table, we have a load table option. So we clicked on load table option to load the data into the table by using the warehouse. And the next step, source file selected. We created a file format, and then we have used a load option. So based on the errors, we have selected the option how to load the data. When error comes, how to treat that, right? These actions we selected. Then when you click on load, the data has been loaded. This is the thing what we have done in the last session, right? Okay. Now, what is the limitation here? When you are trying to load the data by using this load table option, so we have a limitation. We cannot use greater than 50 MB of the file. So for this particular, so load table option, we cannot use. It means the file, when it is greater than 50 MB, load table option will not work. This option will not work. If it is greater than 50 MB file, so which file we have loaded in the last session, if you observe, see this is 1 KB, 1 KB, right? If it is 50 MB, then it will not load, right? So now, what is the option for that? Then what we need to do is we need to work with CLI, command line interface, or Snow SQL. We used to call it as a Snow SQL. We will see that. So in this session. So before that, so when we are loading the data, so where we are loading? We are loading the file to stage first. From the stage to the table. This is the process. Always remember. So when you are loading the data into the Snowflake tables, first we will keep the data into the stage area. From the stage area, we are going to load the data to this particular table. So this is the process. So the same thing, so it showed us in the last session also when we are trying to show SQL, all right? So put file, this is the path, and then so file kept it into this stage area. Then from the stage area to the table, it has loaded these steps. See this one, copy into this table from this particular stage area. When you are using that, we mention that this is the file format, and then this is the on error equal to abort statement based on selection, right? These are the things it will be selected. So by default, so when we are implementing, so this particular UI option, user interface option. Now let's see how to do that by using CLI. Before that, we will discuss some different types of stages in Snowflake. Stages means where we are going to keep the file. That is nothing but a stage, right? Based on our requirement. So we can use three types of stages in Snowflake. Three types of stages. Those are, so this one, table stage, user stage, named stage. Table stage, user stage, named stage. Now when it is coming to table stage and user stage, these two things, by default it will be available in Snowflake when the user is available, when the table is available. It means the user is here, the Snowflake 5 is the user. Account admin is the role here, right? He is the user, account admin is a role. And table, coming to, these are the tables what we have created. When the user is available, it means for every user, you will have a user stage. For every table, when it is created, you will have a table stage. We will have a table stage. So now, so by default, this user stage, table stage will be available. If you want to see that, what is the so how you are going to syntax for that user stage is at the rate tilde symbol. This is the user stage. Table stage at the rate percentage table name. This is table stage. What we are going to do at the rate percentage table name. This is table stage. At the rate tilde means this is related to user stage. So this one it will created automatically. This is internal stages. We can call it as internal stages also, and it will do not support file formats. We will see that what it means by that in the next session when we are doing that. And we have a named stage. Named stage we need to create manually. This one will work for internal or external, and then we can specify file formats. Okay, so we will see that. First we will come to just observe. So the what we discussed, user stage, table stage, by default it will be created, so no need to create. If you want to see that, at the rate tilde, this one is at the rate percentage table name. Let's come to the our UI. Now this is the user list. If you want to see the values, list at the rate tilde. Okay, tilde is not working in my keypad. Okay, this is related to user stage. If you want to see the user stage area, list at the rate of tilde. Now observe this one, list at the rate tilde. Now when you run this, run, observe this. This is the user stage area, right? This is user stage area. Okay, fine. So what about table stage area? Table stage area, list, again same, list at the rate percentage table name. For every table you will have a table stage area when the table is created by default. For example, PMP DTL. Observe this one, table stage area is available. So there is no nothing, there is no files. Here if you observe user stage area, there is some information. This is related to worksheets. Worksheets which we are going to open here, right? All this related to the worksheets. So this one, all this related to worksheet related information, it will be available, but this is not related to the files. See this, every day when we are opening, so there is a, so worksheets will be open, right? These information will be available here. Okay, so now the stages, these are the stage area. Why you required stage area here? The stage area we will use for temporary purpose to keep the files for validations or cleansing activities. It means, suppose if you have any error in the file, or if you want to truncate some values in a file, or if you want to skip some files, if you want to don't want to load all the files, and then if you want to specific columns only you want to load all these things, when we will keep all the files into stage from here to here. When we are using like copy command, we are going to implement all those activities, cleansing activities. Cleansing means unnecessary things we are so avoiding, right? These kind of things we can able to do it in a stage area, that is temporary area where we are going to keep the files. Okay, just remember this. Now, so what are the stages we have? First, we will come to user stage area. We will see that. Now we have three types of stages: user stage, table stage, named stage. What is the difference between each and every stage? We, in different scenarios, different requirement, we will use different stage areas. The so coming to user stage, there is a restriction. Only this user stage, whatever the file you are going to keep, right, it will be available for only specific user. It means other users, other users don't have don't have access to the stage area. We can say that it's a stage area. So it will be available for, we can say that it's available for only for specific user, only for this particular user, only for user. Other users don't have access to the stage area. We can say that instead of specific, own user, available only for one user. Other users don't have access to stage area. What it mean by that? What is this own user? It means if you come here, see this in, so just assume that, so in organization, how it looks like. So let's say for example here, so these are the roles. This is roles is fine. Snowflake 5 is the user, right? When you are working in organization, this is a complete account for the project. In a project, not only one person, right? We will have, so let's assume, so 10 to 12 persons are working, 10 to 12 developers, Snowflake developers are working. Each and every person will have separate username, right? Separate username will be there for each and every person, right? So for that particular thing, so the, so when we are having every different users, one user stage area, other users cannot able to access. That is the meaning of this statement. Available only for own users. Other users don't have access to the stage area. Okay, so remember this one. This is the restriction for the user stage. Next, we will discuss about table stage. Next, we will discuss about named stage also. Now, let's come to this one. So when we are working with, when you are loading this process file to the stage to the table, we will use user stage area. Okay, so now, so we have files here. Any one file we will pick from this particular, so files list, all are CSV files. This file, we want to load the data to our Snowflake tables by using user stage area, by using user stage area. Now, what is the process? First, we need to load the data from, so file to stage, stage to copy the data into the table, right? Before that, we need to create a table. We need to create a table first. To create table, observe this, what we are doing, create or replace, create replace. So you can use replace, or you can, if you don't want, you can so remove this. Create a replace table. So our table name, this is a statement to create a table. Create table, table name, column names and data types. So if you want to create a table by using, so this particular option, if you come to here, create, here also you can able to create by using UI. So both the options are same, right? So you can use this create table option, or you can come here and then you can so write this script. Create a replace table, table name, column name and data type, employee ID, name, salary, age and location. So why we are giving this? So only these columns. If you observe our file, this is our file, the file which we want to load the data into our Snowflake. So this is the file. Observe this. What are the columns we have? ID, name, salary, age, location, right? Same thing we have. So that's why, so we created so all these columns. So then, so we are trying to load the so data into this particular table. First, we need to create a table structure. Table structure should be available to load the data into the table. Now observe what is the name we are using here. Create or replace table. This is the table name. So we are using, this is the table name, emp underscore user. So because you are working for user stage area, that's why to easily understand, this is for user stage, that's why given underscore user. Now we are creating a table. Just run this statement. Now SQL statement, when you run, the table structure is created. Observe this table emp user created successfully, right? Refresh it here. You can able to see the table. See this emp underscore user. We don't have any records here. And then we have a column names, right? Column names and data types. Okay, fine. Now, once we have a table structure, then we need to load the data into this particular table. So next step is, so here we are going to load file to stage area. To load the file to stage area, we are going to use put command. We'll use put command. Put means, now just observe what it will do. Here we are going to, so put from this particular path. It will pick the file and it will keep the file into this particular stage area. At the rate tilt means, what is the meaning of at the rate tilt? At the rate tilt means it is related to user stage here, right? Now the path, how to pick the path of the file. Suppose, so when you're sending these files to you, if you keep in one specific folder, and so if you want to pick the file path, what you have to do is select the file, hold your shift button and then right click. Then you will get copy as path. Directly if you right click, you will not get that option. See this one, you will not get that copy as a path option. So for that, hold your select the file, hold your shift button, right click, then you will get copy as a path. Now I picked copy as a path. Now let's come here, come to Snowflake. Now let me change the path here where your file is available. That is a path, right? Here we don't require double quotes. Okay. So what you are telling here in this command, so keep the file from this particular path into this particular user stage area. Put. Put means, so from this particular path, pick the file and then keep it into this particular user stage. Now observe, when you are running this, what we discussed, put command and get command, it will not work in user interface. User interface, these commands will not work. Now, if you try to run this one, so this one we are trying to run this put command. So what is the error it is going to give? Just observe. See this command is not supported from UI put command, right? User interface, this put command will not support. Then what you have to do in this particular situation? So our put command and get commands, we have to work with Snow CLI or Snow SQL. Okay. So the main reason behind working with Snow CLI or Snow SQL is it's a command line interface. Through command line, we are going to connect to our Snowflake. Okay. To do that, so what all the steps we are implementing, just observe carefully. Just a minute. Okay. Thank you. Let's come here. So first thing is just observe how to install CLI, command line interface. How to install our Snow SQL. Snow SQL. Now just when you come to help, click on, see this one, download option. Go come to help, click on help in your Snowflake account. Click on download option. When you click on download option, you have CLI client or Snow SQL. Observe this Snow SQL or CLI client. Click on this one and you have an option called Snowflake repository. See this one? Snowflake repository. Click on this option and you have an option for Bootstrap. Click on that. When you click on that, here again you have a folder. Click on the folder. You will get so Linux, Windows are driven. So here, so ours is Windows. Click on that. Here, any of the version you can download here. You can check with the latest version with the date. So with the date, what is the latest version here? 2021. So maybe we'll pick this one, 2021. So this particular version. Okay, so 1.2.18, 2.19. Okay, anything it will work. Okay, so just click on that. When you click on that, the file will be downloaded, Snow SQL file. So just click on that file. Once it is downloaded, just click on that file. It will be installed in your system. Just click on the permissions. When you click on that, it will be installed in your system within 1 or 2 minutes. Now observe this, what it is asking. Setup. Click on next. Again, click on next. Again, click on next. Click on install. That's it. It will be installed into your system. That's it. Next, next, next. Okay, no need to do any so settings and configuration. Just click on next, next, next. It will be installed in the system. Then click on finish. Once it is installed, click on finish. Okay, now Snow SQL is installed in your system. What we have done for that? Again, just observe. Click on help. Go to download option. Snow SQL, select the Snow SQL. Click on repository. Go to the folders. Inside the folders, we will have Windows. You can download any one of the version and then just click on that version. It will be installed. Once it is installed, if you want to connect with command line interface, then our
What
Snow
about Mac, Dinesh?
Mac also we have a option. So we can click on this one. So we have an option called this one. It will work, I think. Mac Drawin.
Packages.
Any one packages we can install from here. Okay. So now, so let's come to this one. Let's come to done. You can try to install that. If it is not working in any of your Mac system, please let me know. I will see that. So now, so what we have done, we have installed, and now we need to connect to Snow SQL. Through Snow SQL, we are going to connect it to our Snowflake account. We are going to connect it to our Snowflake account. To connect it to this, what you have to do is click on CM command prompt, CMD command prompt. See this one, command prompt. Now command prompt will open. Here what you need to do is to connect Snowflake, Snow SQL space minus A. Minus A means account. Minus A space, then your account details. Account details are in this particular account. If you observe from here to here, now observe this, from here to, don't give the from the starting HTTPS and then so two forward slashes, don't give from here. So here to here up to, so AWS, just copy, then come here, just paste it here, and don't give semicolon here, just enter what we have given, Snow SQL space minus A means account, again space, we have given the account. We are telling to the command prompt through Snow SQL, try to connect to this particular account. So when you are trying to connect to the account, like a link, right? So when you click on a link, what it will ask us, it will ask you the username and password to connect it to this particular, so UI, user interface. The same way we are trying to connect it to our Snowflake through command line. So when you do that, so this is a common error, so don't worry about, in some of the systems you will get this error. So logging enable this option, okay, and don't worry about this. So then it will ask you username. Username. What is the username for us here? So username is Snowflake 5, right? Now I am giving the username. Snowflake 5 is the username, and then just enter. It will ask you the password. I am typing the password. When I am typing password, it will not show you anything here, whether you are typing or not also. Just enter after the typing, just enter. Now observe this, it's connected. So where it's connected? Snowflake 5 user, compute warehouse is the default one. Now when you observe here also, our UI user interface, when you come to new worksheet, let's say you came to new worksheet. See this one, you need to select the database, you need to select the schema. This is the user, Snowflake 5 is the user, and then compute warehouse is the by default it's selected, right? And then what is the default role? Account admin is the default role here. If you come to this command line, here it's connected to Snowflake 5 user compute warehouse, but it is not selected any database, any schema. Here, if you want to select a database and schema, what we will do? We will do this select like this, right? We will select the database and then we will select the schema, which database we need to work. Or another option is, so you will go here and then you will click on this and then set as a context, right? It will select that particular database and then particular schema. Now, so if you come here, okay, come to this, so command line interface. So to connect it to the database, what you need to do is use database, observe this space, what all the databases it is available, it is showing. See this, use database, database name, class is the database name, right? Use database, database name. So now, so it's connected to, see this one now, it's connected to class and public. If you want to see anything in this class database, if you want to see the tables, if you want to show, if you want to see all the databases here, just you can use show command. Show, see this one, If you want to see the columns, you can see. If you want to see the databases, what all the databases we have, you can see that, right? Just give semicolon. Observe this one. It is telling that these are the databases it is available. If you want to see the tables, show tables. See this? So it will give you the drop down list. You can select tables, all the tables it is showing. If you want to see any data in this, so what you will do, you will write a select star from, so EMP details, right? EMP details, select the table. Now observe this, it will give you the complete information. Whatever the thing you are going to do it here, everything will be reflected here also. It means indirectly we connected to Snow SQL to our Snowflake account. If you create a table here, you can able to see it here. Whether you are going to run the command here or here, both are same. Both are same. But only the one difference is put command will not work in our user interface. This command will work here. In a command line, the put command will work. That is the main intention why we came here. Only to run put and get commands. Remaining everything we can able to do it here in the user interface. Now let's observe this one. So copy the same command, Control C, copied, come here, and then if you want to so paste it here, just we need to do right click. See this one, put file. So put this file, the file where it is available in this path, into this particular stage area. That is the meaning of this. Now just when you enter, observe what it is showing. Just enter, observe this. What is the file? employee1.csv file, right? This is the file. This is the source file, target file. When it is loading the data into the stage area, this is a stage area. How it has loaded? GZ. It means it has been compressed, zipped file. So in when you observe, so in the last session, when you are using the UI interface option, when you created a file format, automatically there is a zip option, right? So that particular thing, the same thing. So it will zip the file and then it will load it into this particular stage area at the rate tilt. And then what is the status? This is target compression, zip. Status uploaded. The file is uploaded into this stage area. Now, if you want to see the files here, now list at the rate tilt. Let me copy. Yeah, tilt. See this one, it is showing the file, right? It is showing the files here. This is the file. Okay, if you let me remove all these things and then again we will load. If you want to remove RM, okay, we will remove all these worksheets. See this one, removed. RM means remove. So if you observe again what is available here, okay, before that, if you want to execute the previous commands, just click up arrow. See this one, up arrow, previous commands, right? Just hit enter. List at the rate tilt, right? Okay. So now, so can you see any files here? No, nothing is available because we have removed. Again, let's try to upload the same thing. Put file, this one, just select and then right click here. Same thing, just enter. Now file is uploaded. Now if you want to see the files, list at the rate tilt. Now observe that file is available here. File is available here. This file, just observe what are the things it contains. It is telling that size and then MD5 function. I will tell you. So what is the purpose of this? It is a unique hexadecimal number. It will be generated by default by Snowflake. And then you can able to see the time. Okay, there is a purpose of this. Okay, let it be. Now we have a file and then we have a MD5 function and then it is showing that last modified date when the file has been loaded to this particular stage area where your file is available now in stage area. Now if you check, so we have loaded the file into stage. If you want to check it here also, list, you can check it here, list at the rate tilde. So both are same. Here also you will get the same result. There also you will get the same result. So only the thing is, other than, so this put command, remaining everything we can execute it here. Okay. The stage, the file is available. Employee1.csv file is available now. What is the next step? Stage 2, this table, we loaded the file into just into the user stage area. That's it. But the file, it is not loaded into this particular table, emp user table. See this? It's a 0 records. What we need to do? From the file, we need to load the data into table. From the stage, we need to load the data into table. To do that, what we have to use is, we have to use copy command. Just observe only this. So first step, so you can ignore this one. We will discuss about this pattern and all those things later. Now, if you come to this, what we have to do is first try to modify this one. Copy into the table. What is the table name? EMP user is the table name. EMP user is the table. And from copy into this table, from where you are copying, from where? From this particular stage area. This is user stage, right? When you are doing that, we need to mention that the file format sequence. You can use, this is optional things you can use, or if you don't use, doesn't matter. So you can use type equal to CSV, and then so field enclosed by, so double quotes, this one. So it will be, so by default it will be, so if it is any double quotes, it will be enclosed by this one, just it is taking optionally, and this is the option. And then skip header equal to 1. This is the default syntax. Copy into the table from the stage area. This is user stage area. And we are mentioning file format type equal to CSV, and then skip header equal to 1. Why you are using skip header equal to 1? If you observe, see this one, this is your, not your data. That's why we are using skip header equal to 1. Now, just observe this. You can execute this from here, or you can execute this from here. Both the ways same. Now let's try to execute it here. See this one. We are trying to copy into this table from the stage area. Now see this, the loaded. So what loaded? If you observe, you can ignore these sheets. This sheets is nothing but it's empty. So related to worksheet. See this one, employee1.csv file has been loaded. And how many records passed? 4 records. How many records loaded? 4 records loaded, right? 4 records passed, and then 4 records loaded into this particular table. Got it, right? Okay. Now let's check the data, whether the data has been loaded or not. See this one. Now preview date, sorry, not this one. EMP user preview data. You can able to see the details in this particular user. Now, one more thing. If you run the same command one more time, if you run the same thing, copy into the table from the stage area by using the file format. Now observe what it is telling. Copy executed with 0 files processed. Why? Because see this, if I execute this from command line interface also. Okay, let me copy one more time. Observe this. Here also what it is telling. Copy executed with 0 files processed, because already the file has been uploaded into your table. Once file uploaded into the table, the same file, it will not allow you to load into the table second time. it will check based on MD5 function. See this, that is the purpose of this. There is MD5 function, always it will be a unique number. Whenever you loaded any file into this particular stage, always it will be a unique number. Based on this number, it will compare whether this particular file has been loaded or not. If it is loaded once, it will not allow you to load duplicate records into the table. Understand, right? Means, so duplicate same file, if I load one more time, what will happen? It will be a duplicated record, right? That's why it didn't allowed based on MD5 function. Okay, now, so if you check the data here, select here also, select star from what is the table, emp underscore user. This is the table. You can able to see the data here. The both the places same. But why we are coming to command line? To execute put command, to work with put command. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of user stage we are using here? What we discussed, user stage restricted to only the specific user. Other users don't have access to the stage area. It means other user want to try to upload my file. Other user want to try to access my file. So we don't have any permission to that particular user. Now here, see this, if you observe the file is available here, right? employee1.csv file. Now let's observe this. I will first, okay, to check this scenario, we will create a new user here other than Snowflake file. Then I will log in with that particular specific user. Now, if you want to create, you just observe this. What is the process? Again, in the next steps, when you are creating users and roles, we will discuss again this particular part. Come to the account details by using account admin role. Come to the user tab here, this one, user one, and then click on create. I will create new user called test. This is a test user. And then password, I will give some password here. We are creating a new user here. Then comments, you can give anything. And then force password change. I don't want to force the password change in the first login. The next, it will ask the login name. Again, I will use test. Display name, this is optional. Let it be. And then test. Warehouse name, we can use compute warehouse. This is the default one. And then again, the role, default role, let it be account admin. Okay. And then when you click on finish, the new user has been created, test user. Let's assume this is in organization. This is one user. Snowflake 5 is one user. Test is another user. Okay. So now let me log out. See this, I am logging out. And then we log in with that particular test user. Test. Just a minute. Test. Password is. I have given some password and then logged in. Come to the classic console. Again. Test. On sign in. Now observe this one. This is a new user, right? With the test user in the same account. Account is same. See this one? Account is same, but we log in with a new user. When you log in with a new user, see this, we can able to see all the data here, and then we can able to like see all the tables, all the databases, all the details, table details, and everything we can see. But observe list at the rate. Copy it from here. So this list at the rate tilde. Can you able to see that particular file in this particular stage area. Observe this. No, right? We didn't see. So any specific file in this particular stage area by using this test user stage. Snowflake 5 user, whatever the file, so we kept it in that particular user stage. Other users cannot able to access, right? So this is the restriction. This is the restriction. This is kind of security, right? So whatever the file I am going to keep in my user stage, other users should not see. Other users, I don't want to give any access to other users. So that's why we will use a user stage here. At the rate tilt means that is nothing but a user stage. The same way we have a difference like table stage and then name stage also for different purposes. Now let me log out here and then we will log into our original user. This is our original user. You come here. Sorry. Now observe this. See this one. The file is available, right? Okay. One more thing. Same file. If you try to upload one more time into the same stage area, what will happen? The file already available here, right? If you try to upload one more time, what it will do is, see this. The file, same file name, it's zipped, and then target size, observe this, and then status, observe the status, skipped. Status is skipped. It means the stage, the property of stage area in our Snowflake is it will not allow you to load duplicate files. It means the same file already, whatever the file is available here, so already it is uploaded, already it is available in the stage. Same file you are trying to upload one more time. That's why it showed it as a skipped. It will
Yeah,
not
Dinesh,
allow
if
you
if
to.
if I if I added one
Mm,
columns,
mm.
so then I can upload with the same name.
Yeah, you can upload with the same name. So but so it will so consider as a same file name, it will
Right.
be skipped only.
Okay. Every time we need to change the name, or if you
Yeah,
want to update the
you,
new data.
that is true. And one more
Okay.
thing is, so if you delete this file, then if the file is not available in the stage area, in this
Mm,
particular stage,
mm.
let me show you. This particular stage, if the file is not available here, if you remove it, so then so it will consider as a new file.
Okay. In
Again,
case if I am while
new empty.
uploading, if I change the while uploading,
Mm,
sorry, while uploading, if I change the column details or column
mm,
decrease the column names, it going to
understand.
be effect
While uploading or before uploading?
while uploading. While before uploading only. Before uploading, if I change any columns
Mm, mm,
for the same table name,
that's fine.
so it shows the error, right? I mean,
Yes, it will show the error. So because that is a different one, right?
okay,
Different column names will be available.
okay,
So when we created a table structure, that is a different. So this one, create a table. It will compare with what is the columns in a file and then what will be the columns here. We will see all the examples like, so if you have more columns in a file, and then if you are trying to load it into less columns into the table, then how to handle that one. So what all the errors we are going to get, how to remove duplicate files, how to like get identify errors in a file. Here what you are doing from the file, the stage, whatever in this particular stage, whatever the file is available, this file directly we are loading into the table. Suppose if you have any errors in this file, how you are going to identify all these options, we will see that in the next sessions. So now, today what we have done, just we have loaded simple thing. So we have created a table structure. Then we use the put file option. Why you have used the put file? To keep the file into this particular stage area. What is this stage? This is a user stage. When you are executing here, it is not working. Put file will not work in so UI. For that, what you need to do? So we went to our command line. So we have installed the command line. Then in the command line, once it is connected, right? Once it is connected to our, so with the username and then password. So then, so we went to our database, use database. Then, so we have given the put command, right? We given the put command here. So when you do this, the file will be uploaded into the stage area. Once the file available in stage area, then we have used copy command, right? Copy into table from stage. So, and then we have used a file format. We have used file format. So these are the things how we have done. So we have loaded. So what we have used at the rate tilt is a user stage. If I try to log in with another user here with other than Snowflake 5, so you cannot able to see that particular file what we kept in user stage. That is a restriction of the user stage. What I will do is, I mean, whatever things we have executed, right? This particular sample file and then this particular the scripts, I will send it to your email IDs. So just use the scripts and then so you can practice the same. So you can change the so path according to your so system, and then you can so give the separate different names also. It's up to you, and then so you can try to implement this. So at this point, just ignore this pattern and then on error skip file these two commands. I will tell you so what is the purpose of this, and then in the next sessions we will see that how to implement this. Okay, so any questions from anyone? Sorry.
Sir,
Yes.
so
Yes, Lakshmi.
other users cannot
Mm.
cannot modify the data. Is it or they can modify the data also?
Other users cannot able to access
They
the
can
file.
view the they can view the data.
In the tables they can able to view the data, but in
Yes,
stage area they cannot able to see anything.
but they can modify if they want to modify the table.
Table level, that's they can able to do that.
Okay. So what is the use of this stage area?
Stage area is temporary area, so we can do some validation. Going forward, what we will do is we will identify whether the file is correct file or not. If you want to
Okay.
truncate anything, we can do that in a stage area. If you want to like remove unnecessary columns, we don't want to load all the columns, so then we can do that in a stage area. For that, we will keep the file in stage area, then we are loading.
Dinesh, what is the difference between the stage area that is while loading the file in the previous class you showed and this one? What is the difference?
Same, there is no
Okay.
difference. Only the thing is, previously what we have done is we have used a user interface, right? When you
Okay.
use user interface, by default, the same commands it's generated from the backend. We didn't done anything, right? Today,
Okay.
what we have done, we did it manually, right? By
Okay.
using so our command line interface. But when
Okay.
you are doing this, by default, it's generated based on our selections, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And then by
But
default, we will use the
but
some
how do you see that file? This thing here,
mm,
this stage area, the file name is UI, right?
mm. Here.
So
This one.
yeah, so
This
that
is the
thing is
D.
not listed while listing the list
Correct.
command.
Correct.
So that
Correct.
means, yeah.
Mm. This is named stage. This is related to named stage. This is not a user
Oh,
stage.
oh,
That's
I
why
see.
it is
Okay.
not listed here. And at the same time, it has used purge equal to true. Purge equal to true means once the file loaded into the table, then it will be removed from the stage area. That's why we cannot able to see anything. We
Oh,
will discuss this. Okay. So what it means by the purge command, how to handle this one. This is the defaultly it's generated in UI. But here today what we have done, so we have so implemented this so by using so put command.
And another thing in the file colon, you have given 3 forward slashes, right? So what those mean?
Put file, this is the path. If you want to give the path here, so we have to give, so put file colon 3 forward slashes and then after that path. Then it will pick the path from this particular, so your specific system.
Does it have any meaning, that 3 forward slashes? Because usually we are giving from C drive, right? That file name is available in the C drive. So,
so that, not sure that. So then this may be syntax. See this, I am removing this one.
okay.
Then if I try to implement this, then it will not allow you. After this, sorry. See this one.
Oh.
Not compilation error. So because it is not like identifying, so this particular, so this is a file path. That's why we are giving colon 3 slashes, 3 forward slashes. That is representing part.
Sir?
Yes.
So you are telling that the duplicates will not allowed if the stage area is there. So if another user is entering the same duplicate area, will it allow?
Another user trying to load
the duplicate
files.
Yeah.
Into the same table, you are telling. For other users, if they try to load the same file, it will not allow. The user to user at the same time. So there is a named stage and then table stage also available. So when we discuss that, I will tell you so how to handle this one. If any user, if they try to load, so from the table stage or user stage or named stage, whatever it may be. So based on the what is the data available in the table, so it will check whether it is loaded or not. If it is already loaded, it will not allow you to load. If it is not there, then only it will allow you to load. If you want to load forcefully, then that is a different option. We have a command called force option. Then only they can able to load.
Okay, sir.
And any other questions from anyone?
Like suppose if I have uploaded 2 files, right, in that user stage area, then so at that time, like how do you identify, like you had to give that at the rate tilde and that file name?
Yes, here if you observe, I told you, right, ignore these 2 commands, we will discuss later. The pattern we have mentioning, right? In the pattern, you are going to mention which file it has to pick. If you want to pick, like if you have 10 files available in a stage area, we need to pick any specific files. You can do that by using a pattern command. Or if you want to pick only one file, you can use this. If you don't use this, and then if you try to execute only this up till here, it will pick all the files. How many files is available? It will pick all the files. Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
Yes, sir. So should we like the things you're sending us commands, do we do it on command prompt or some other type of system? Command prompt, right?
Pratik, come again.
I do. Oh yes. So you're sending us some list of commands, correct? Or like
yes. Yes.
And then do we do them all on command prompt?
You can do it. You can do
Okay.
it from.
Okay, thank you.
There is no difference. You can do it from here, or you can do it from UI. So both are same. So in
Okay.
UI, only the thing is this particular thing will not work. So the like put the file name. If you try to execute, it will not work. So for that, you can do it here. So both the ways same. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, we will wind up. We will connect. Tomorrow don't have class, right? So day after tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye. I will send these scripts to your email ID. So please practice the same thing.